Hello? Yeah, okay. Is this thing on? Hello. Welcome back, thank you. Oh, lordy. Bait and lit, thank you so much for 5 months of Master Clip Baiters. Guess we did while you were gone. That's right, wait for you to come back. Aw, I'm back! Joe Kakun, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Welcome back, thank you. Welcome back to you guys too. Hi, Mina. What's the greeting again? I know. I almost said 3 other greetings. Just kidding. Just kidding. I actually remembered this time. Why is everything is so foreign? Nate, thanks so much for our 5 months of membership. Hi, Mina, we missed you. I miss you too. Jeez, it's been so long. Ghosty Chat, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Hello, I'm new here. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm new here too. Hey, actually, I'm new here too. Wouldn't you know it? I'm also new here. Hello. Mimi, thank you so much for 5 months of Master Clip Vaders. And the time you were gone, I landed a job, so I am now about to become a wagey. Oh my god, congratulations! Congratulations. It's kind of hard to land a job right now. It's a rough time. It's a rough time. That's a big old congratulations. Limina came back to us after her drinking binge. Oh man, I wish boy do I wish it was that. boy do I wish that's what that was. Congratulations, and I'm sorry. So true. Alright, thanks for 5 months of Master Clip Baiters. Hi, do I know you? Yeah, you fucking better. You fucking better know me. Alex Jacobs, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. I pulled a DSR, not clear from my 4 boxes of set. From 4 boxes! You know, I've never pulled a DSR in my life. People talk about Grand Archive pull rates, and I'm out here like, okay, but have you ever pulled Vanguard? Because I can't pull for shit in that game. I don't know if I'm just like super unlucky, but considering how much Vanguard I've opened in my lifetime, I've never opened like anything good ever. It's truly. I think in Grand Archive 2, I haven't gotten super lucky. I've gotten like lucky like once or twice, but at least nowadays I just pull a lot more Grand Archive than I do Vanguard, so it's not a fair comparison. I was hanging out in Hio's stream earlier watching her pull Grand Archive because I can't pull mine because my shop doesn't have it yet. And I was supposed to get it this weekend, but because my shop said they'll have it tomorrow maybe, but I don't know if I can pull this weekend. Or I don't know if I can like go out there and drive. Hi Mina, hello. Oh my god. It's been so long. It's been a whole ass fucking month. It's been a full month. Holy cannoli. Hope you get good pulls. Thank you. I don't really pull I buy a case usually every season of Grand Archive, or every set, or whatever you call it, because it's like my main game that I've been playing recently with friends, but I usually pull the case with friends, so that's why I never do that one on stream. Joe Jackson, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. I would blame you for me getting into Grand Archive. Welcome back. I was really excited to see so many people playing. I know, like, even in Hio's chat, I saw a lot of people who had just been getting into it, which is really exciting. Wow, it's so weird to see a VTuber model moving when I'm talking. I forgot that's, like, a sensation that you have to... What are you doing? Wait, give me a second. Stop it! No. My cats are acting up. They're acting up. Wait, I forgot that streaming makes me incredibly hot and I need to turn down the AC. Castor, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Welcome back. Thank you. They forgot about you. They forgot who you are. I think my cats genuinely thought I was dead. Like, I actually genuinely think they might have thought that I was dead and they were a little bit confused when I came back. The reception that I got from my cats was not quite what I had expected. It took them a while, and then they started warming up again. They're like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember you. Guru, thank you so much for 2 months of membership. Welcome back. I think we paid the power bill while you were gone, probably. I hope so, because yeah, Power has been running. Power doesn't stop while I'm gone, you know what I mean? Did you arrive to a tombstone? To my own tombstone? Super Iron Bomb? Holy shit, thank you so much for the... What are my cats doing? For the pink super. I just got home from my trip and now Limina is too. It must be fate. I hope you had a good trip. I hope you had a better trip than I did. I hope your trip was a lot more relaxing. I hope your trip was much more relaxing than mine. Because I did not have a relaxing trip. It was far from what I would call like a vacation. I mean, it's basically okay. So to explain my absence, I had a work business trip that I extended by about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks was technically my own time, and then 2 weeks was work time, paid work time. And so I was like, well, if the company's gonna pay for my flight, I might as well just, you know, take advantage and enjoy. And it's a bit of a complicated thing that, oh my god, my cat needs to stop. I forgot how to talk. How do you talk? How do you yap? I don't remember how to yap, you guys. I should probably take a paper coa because this, I'm gonna need this. 1 second. We're gonna get the throat lube. We're gonna get the throat lube all up in the throat. Pretend we are Japanese girls is a crazy statement, by the way. We're training for new company. Everyone got new jobs. Congratulations on your new job. I think my cat got excited. I think he thought that it was churu, but it is not. It's human churu. I need a tissue. Oh god. Oh, I didn't mute myself. You guys got to hear me blow my nose. I muted the wrong thing. See, this is what happens when you go away for so long. Blow my nose. You guys get that one for free. Although I was kind of far from the mic. I'm surprised you could hear it, but I did see my OBS audio meter go up when that happened. Okay. Yeah, anyway, that was my trip. I did most of my trip in Japan. I stopped by a couple other places. I stopped by Korea for a little bit because I had some logistical stuff that I needed to do in terms of going to the bank, and also I was paying for a cell phone bill that I could not use, so obviously, because I live in America and not in Korea, so I had to go talk to the cellular company, and that was like a whole thing, and I had to go to the bank 3 times. That was lovely. Great, good time. Loved doing that. Did a bunch of family stuff when I was in Korea. But most of my time, a majority, 99% of my time during this trip was, and then I stopped off in Singapore, as you guys might have heard me talk about it a little bit. I got to go see Miwa and Riri. And I also got to meet Yuyumi, who is formerly Yuyumi. Now her name is... Dude, I hate this stupid Twitter. Why is there a password on my fucking messages? Why? Like, I don't know. Okay, I'm not, I don't know. I can't look at my DMs because I don't know what my fucking password is, apparently. I don't know. I set that password on my phone. Anyway, her name is Lucky Shot now, I want to say. She's doing a rebranding. Go check her out. I don't remember if that's correct. I'm pretty sure it's Lucky something. It's Lucky something. Go check her out. Lucky Love Shot. That's what it is. Lucky Love Shot. Yes. Go check her out. Anyway, I got to hang out with her as well. It was very nice. I wasn't in Singapore for very long though. I was just there for a couple days. And then I came home. Here I am. Yeah, yippee. Okay. Let's share some images. I was also gonna like show you guys some of the stuff that I bought like with hand cam, but today I do not feel like setting up my hand cam. I bought some stuff that I'm excited to open with you guys. Like I bought excuse me, 2 booster boxes of Pokemon in Korean. I've never opened Korean Pokemon, but it was really cheap. So I was like, you know what? Might as well. What do I have to lose? Which was a mistake because my luggage was really full, because most of my luggage was just full of fucking work shit. And also packing for 3 separate climates was just really not it. Noobsure, I think it's for 1 month. A membership. She didn't drown in the beer. Welcome back. Well, I really wish I did though. I really wish I did. And we're gonna talk about it. I have really bad memory, so for now, I'm gonna go through the photos and we're gonna talk about the photos. And then I will do my best to try to like put together the stories in between the photos. I didn't take that many photos. I've always do this and I've talked about this a lot, but I'm like such a fucking boomer. Like I don't take photos. I don't take photos of anything. I'm like not a photo taker. I really am not. And I wish I was, because I have a shit memory. So you would think that if I have a shit memory, I would take photos so then I could remember what actually happened, because otherwise I won't remember. And I didn't. I feel like the first leg of the trip when I wasn't working, it was a lot of photo taking. And then as soon as work started, and as soon as I was like seeing family and stuff in Korea, I was like, holy shit, I can't. I can't take photos. It's just so... Another sign you're truly an introvert. Man, is that an introvert thing? I really am an introvert. Dude, this trip has made me double, triple, quadruple down. Remember that I am very truly, innately an introvert. And I often forget that, because even though I'm an introvert, I do like my people. I don't like people generally, but I like my people, you know what I mean? And I like being around my friends. I like hanging out with my friends. I enjoy that, and I need to see my friends or I will go insane. But if I am literally 24/7 around people all the time, which I basically was, I like will start going insane too. It's like I have to, this is very like thin balance that I have to do. It's a balancing act of I want to be around people, but being around people exhausts me. So I have to like make sure I'm managing that, because either which way, if I go too far, I will go insane. It's very, mind is a delicate thing. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway. My social battery is pretty short, I would say. I think like my social battery is probably larger than, like, I think my social battery is larger than Rumi-chan's social battery, for example. I think she has a pretty short social battery. But like for me, my social battery is quite a bit longer than hers, but it takes longer to recharge, I think. So it goes like both ways. So like for Rumi-chan, her social battery is really short and she gets like really tired really fast. But she also just needs like 1 day to recharge, and then she's like, okay. I need like 3 months. I need to like not see anybody for like 3 months. I just need to be like in silence, alone for a very long time. I need to like just be secluded in my room with my PC, just not talking to anybody. Yeah, that's what I need. Anyway, that's kind of the biggest difference between me and Rumi-chan, I think, in terms of like the way that we socialize, because we're both introverts. And it's funny because she's always like, Limina, I don't think you're an introvert. I'm like, I am an introvert though, and I've talked about this on stream before, but I'll talk about it again because I see someone mentioning ambiverts, and I don't think ambiverts are real, and here's why. So my theory is that introversion and extroversion is not necessarily about your personality type. It's like literally physically about how do you draw energy. So when you are with people, it's not about whether it makes you happy or not. It's not about that. It's about, does that give you energy, or does it take away energy? Does it drain energy from you, right? So it's like some people, it sounds insane, but some people need to be around other people to gain energy. I am not that. I lose so much energy when I'm around other people. But do I need to be around other people? Do I enjoy being around other people? Yes, absolutely. I think a lot of people conflate the two. Hero, did we go back to usernames? What happened with YouTube all this time? Hero, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Welcome back, my office assistant Oshi. Thank you. So like, it's just more of like where you're getting energy from and like how you are recharging, right? I would say that like while I am introverted, I would consider myself a generally outgoing introvert or a very social introvert. So I enjoy being around people. I like being around people. I like talking to my friends. I like hanging out, but I don't gain energy from that. I enjoy it. It makes me happy, but I get extremely fucking tired by doing that too much, right? There's very, very few people that don't drain energy from me by hanging out with. And I think Rumi-chan, for example, she's like one of the very few people that I can hang out with her and it doesn't take away my energy to hang out with her. So that's kind of like in my perspective. I mean, I'm no scientist or what do they call them, like social scientist or anything. But to me, that is how I've always viewed introversion versus extroversion. I don't really think it's like does it make you happy when you're around people? Yes or no? I think it's more of like where are you actually gaining energy from? Okay, anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Baden, thank you so much for the super chat. In TCG terms, are you spending mana to socialize on your turn or does socializing generate mana for you to... So true! Wait, that's actually kind of genius. Wait. That's literally it. There's extrovert, introvert, and then there's pervert. Yes, you're right. I am an ambivert. I am both an introvert and a pervert. You're so right. Ambiverts for the win. He cracked the code. So real. That's literally what it is. And it's not about like whether it makes you happy or not. I think that's like the biggest thing that people conflate, like whether hanging out with people makes you happy or not. You can be shy and you can be an extrovert. I think that's like a real thing. You can be shy and be an extrovert. You can also not like people but be an extrovert. You probably will go crazy like me, but you know, it exists. It's a real thing. Anyway, that was my thing. The first week, God, what did I do? It's been so long. I don't even remember what I've been doing in general for the last, I don't know how long, but the first week I was hanging out with Amoria. Yeah, Amoria and I were at an Airbnb together. We spent the entire first week together. It was really nice. And she, you know, I've said it even before we left, but she really firsthand got to see just how unlucky of a person I am. You know what's really interesting about this trip is, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I really didn't buy a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of money, but I don't know how I spent so much money, but I didn't buy anything. I really didn't buy a lot of stuff, but we hung out for the first week. We did a lot of idol stuff. We literally went to an idol event every single day besides 1 or 2 days, I think. So I don't have a lot of photos because obviously we were like at the idol events, right? So it is food. I think that is a big part of it. Food is probably one of the big parts of it. Wait, I need to pull up like 2 different views here to make sure I remember things, even though I didn't take that many pictures. Okay. Yippee, this was our first night. So on the first day, the day we both arrived, we get to the Airbnb. And we climb up 4 flights. 4 flights upstairs, and like the most narrow staircase ever. It was fucking terrible. with our huge ass suitcases. There was no elevator. It was terrible. Lily, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, welcome. I actually have unreleased art of me and Luli. I owed Luli for a favor that she helped me with a little while ago, which is why I've been getting a lot of art of us together. But I have more Luli art. I just need to. I'm like really bad at thinking of captions, so I haven't posted them yet. But wait. You guys saw one of the ones I posted. Where the heck's the other one? Oh, I haven't even downloaded it yet. See, this is what happened. Please release it. I will. Wait, let me grab it. I could show it to you guys right now, live on stream. This one's really cute. This one is really cute. Download converted. Oh God. Look! Look at how cute this is! I know, I haven't even showed Luli because I haven't been home that long. My wifey! It's so true. This is me and my wife. We're married. It's so cute. I can't get over it. It's so cute. Look at how cute. Ugh. Especially the way that they drew Luli's eyes are like, it's killer. It's so good. It's so good. It's so peak, you guys. Anyway, I'll post that on Twitter later, and I'll send it to Luli later too. I haven't made it through all the messages. I have a couple of things I need to show Luli, but anyway. Thank you for the raid. I hope you guys had a good stream. We're going over my trip. We're going over my month-long hiatus. It really is, Peem. It really is. I love how there's so much life in our eyes and your eyes are so dead. That's just like a reflection of us in real life. That's just how it is in real life. A efficient AI assistant can truly find love. It's not as far as you might think. The two aren't as far as you might think, you know? Oh, okay. We're recapping my trip. I'm new to your stream. Oh, if you're new, hi Mina. My name is Limina Alteri. I am your virtual office assistant. I tend to be an 18+ streamer, so if that makes you uncomfortable or if you don't like that sort of thing, just as a heads up that sometimes I talk about 18+ topics and such. And I also stream games that are 18+ and such. Oh my god, I'm so excited to play the new 501 Roof. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so down. You guys don't understand. There was a point in this trip where I googled I'm kind of ashamed to admit this. There was a point in my trip where I googled where to buy Alice Soft merch. Because I really wanted to buy merch of Dona, but Google did not answer me. Is it true that you're in the Brown Dust Creator Program? Yes, I am. Oh my god, did you guys see the bunny girl outfits? Like, they're so good. I will say, and I mentioned this the last time that I was in Japan. There was a lot of like, so there was a point in my trip that I stayed in Akiba, and I haven't stayed in Akiba while in Japan in a very, very long time. One time I was walking home in Akiba at like 2 in the morning, and there were so many maids that were still out there. That was crazy. Oh my god, also don't come after me. Don't come after me. It wasn't me. It's the system. Don't come after me. I was walking by in Akiba. I walked by this building and it was late at night, and I looked up because the lights were on in the building, and they had floor to ceiling windows. Okay, so it's not my fault. There were floor to ceiling windows. Listen, chat, listen up. I looked up. It was on the 3rd floor. I looked up. all I saw was ass. Like, it was it was bunny girl ass, and it was like, I was like, oh my god! I literally like looked away because I was like, holy shit! Like, I feel like I'm not supposed to be looking. That was so crazy. And that was near my Airbnb, so I had to like look up multiple times. Well, I didn't have to look up, but I looked up multiple times. Because it's just like really bright, you know, it's like nighttime and all the lights are off. It was like real. Yes, I was like so shocked because it was like a bunny girl bar. It's like you never left. Thank you, Ben Lily, for this. It was a bunny girl bar, and I'm not fucking kidding you. My friend pointed this out. I didn't point this out. My friend pointed this out. My friend was like, hey, isn't it weird that I didn't point this out. He pointed it out. Because after that, I was like, I can't look. This is like, well, I mean, I did look, but like, you know, I wouldn't look for very long because I felt really bad about looking, but I just couldn't help but look. It was like the like natural like curiosity or whatever. Anyway, my friend, he was like, did you notice that the floors and the ceilings are all mirrors? And I was like, no! So of course, we passed by again. And I had to look again to check if the floor and the ceilings were indeed mirrors. And they were! And so I saw boobs! I was like, holy shit, I'm not even paying for free! Oh my god! From the first floor! They're on the third floor! I can see them for free! Anyway, that was crazy. Sounds like a feature that comes with the Airbnb. No, this is an immensely used store. It was so crazy. That's the advertising. It was. It truly was. And I think in that moment, I really was like, oh my god, this is like genius. Because if you're walking by this and you're on the first floor and you look up and you see this, and from the first floor you see that much, how much are you seeing when you're there in person? That's insane. What horrors? Where was this, by the way, so I can avoid if I ever go? Oh my god. It was in Akiba. It was on top of a famima. There was a famima on the first floor. It's like on the side where Kotobukiya is, but it's like a little bit further down. But it was around there. And yeah, I was literally like, I was like shooketh. I was literally shooketh. I was not expecting. So like when you look up from the first floor, you really just see a bunch of like the bunny outfit, like the girls walking around in bunny outfits, but you just see their butts and like they have the tail and you're just like well, that was truly an experience. And I didn't even go inside. That was just the experience from outside, you know. Anyway, I can't believe my friend noticed that there was mirror. I really did, truly, and I know it doesn't sound like it, but I really did feel like I wasn't supposed to look. So the first time that I saw it, I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? And I was like, holy shit, like that's just like a bunch of asses. That's crazy. I will not look because I feel really weird looking. And then my friend mentioned the mirrors, and then I was like, okay, I think they want you to look. Like, it must be part of the gimmick, because if they have windows that go floor to ceiling, and they also have mirrors on the ceiling and on the floors, like, it seems like that's like the concept. Anyway, that was interesting. Yeah. It's obviously to catch your eyes. Yeah, for sure. I think, again, the first time I felt like I wasn't supposed to be looking, but then I realized very quickly after that, I was like, oh, I think you were supposed to look. It's supposed to like be like a major look kind of thing. But it was indeed pretty crazy. Yes. I didn't go. Kind of wish I went. Actually, I had somebody tell me that their friend tried to go to one of the maid cafes at night, and they actually didn't let her in. And I was talking to them about it. I was like, that's really weird, because I've never heard of a maid cafe like not allowing female customers, but it's also like late at night. I think it was like 10 p.m. So it's possible that they were like trying to be either protective of the customer, of like, oh, if you're a female customer, there's gonna be a lot of like dudes in here that are like maybe a little more on that side, and they don't want you to feel uncomfortable around them. Or it's like they just don't want the female patronage because they know that that's not what they're there for, maybe. I don't know, but apparently they got turned away, and I was really surprised about that. I haven't heard about that. I've actually even been to a maid bar. It's actually the one that's attached to the station. It's like a pirate themed maid bar. I've been to that one with my bestie. It's like on the second or third floor, but it wasn't really good. It was kind of expensive, and they didn't really talk to us or anything. So we actually stopped going there, because my bestie, she lives in Japan. She really liked going there a lot, but yeah. I've been there before, but we didn't get turned away. It was like a bar, but anyway. I went to Izaka theme maid cafe, turned away because it was past last call even though it was open. Well, like, I think this was not like that though. It wasn't like closing time. It was just like women were not allowed in it sort of thing. Yeah. In any case, back to the story of, oh yeah, so we had this Airbnb. The first Airbnb that we stayed at was me and Amoria, and we stayed at this Airbnb, and we stayed in this area that I'm not going to talk about because it's my like secret area, and I always stay there, and I can't talk about it because it might be kind of doxing next time I go to Japan because it's kind of a small area, but it's like my favorite area to stay in Japan. It's really convenient, and it's kind of far away from like the central area, but it's like close enough that it's really easy to go into. So anyway, one of my favorite areas, but it's really small, which is why I don't want to talk about it. There's not that many like hotels and stuff there. So we booked an Airbnb there. Again, not that many hotels and such there. And we were on the 4th floor in this tiny ass stairwell. It was horrible. And going up the stairs every single day, going up 4 stairs, going down 4 stairs was really took a toll on my fucking old ass body. Wait. Chat. Oh my god, chat. It's been... My babe Como is here. Wait, Como is here. Okay, want to hear something really embarrassing? So I'm really close with Como, and I'm also close with, if you guys haven't seen the new V4 Mirai Chan, like, what the fuck are you doing? You've been living under a rock in Rockwell. Apparently I have, because I'm really close to Como, and I'm also really close to Woo Woo. Literally me talking to Woo Woo yesterday. Woo Woo going like, oh, are you back from your trip? I'm like, yeah. And then I go, I'm really excited for your debut. And she goes, I debuted already. I was like, what? Yes. I was gone for a month, so that happened. Anyway, I was really looking forward to their debuts. Como is here. Everyone go subscribe and check out Como. She's incredible. And I was listening because I was finally like, okay, well, I didn't realize that you guys already debuted, so I'm gonna go in and go check out all of your guys' stuff. I didn't get to watch all the debuts yet, but I did go and check out all the debut covers from my besties Como and Woo Woo. Everyone, please. Oh my god. And Como fucking covered Dokuzu, which you guys know is like one of my favorite songs ever, because I always talk about how I love that song so much. And the Gap is so good. She did such a good job. It was so incredible. Highly recommend checking her out. She's an incredible singer, and Dokuzu is like seriously such an amazing song, and she did it fantastically. Thing like Dokuzu is like has that whole Menhera vibe, and there's a lot of acting that kind of goes into the singing, and I think she did an incredible job. So everyone go check it out. Go give it a thumbs up as well to help it be boosted in the algorithm. Go give her a sub. She's one of the sweetest people ever. It's great to see a lovely Komodo lady. We need more lizard ladies that aren't dragons. I like dragons too. I mean, I guess Komodos are dragons, but you know what I mean, like classical dragons. But we need more lizard VTubers. Yes, we need more lizard VTubers. I need someone to be a, what are they called, the leopard gecko. They be really smiley. They gotta be really smiley. They gotta have fat tail. Fat with a PH. Like, they gotta have like the dummy thickest tail ever. I need that. Yeah. We need more geckos. Yes. Anyway, go check her out. She's incredibly awesome. And they just debuted, so you are in luck. You get to see all of their cool debut stuff. And you also get to see all their like first couple weeks of stream. Is it first week or first couple weeks? I was literally looking at it yesterday, but everyone go give her lots of love. I'm so happy that you're here, ma'am. I'm so happy that you're here. Their entire gen is really awesome. I'm not as close with the other two, but like all four of them seem really cool. So be sure to give out lots of love and support to the newest V4 Mirai gen. And check them out. Especially Como and Woo Woo. We love Como and Woo Woo. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yes, Airbnb. I got destroyed. I got absolutely, utterly destroyed by the Airbnbs. So do you want to know how unlucky I am? I actually even told Amoria, I was like, I try to look at the Airbnb reviews to make sure that there's no stairs, because this is a very common thing. 3 Airbnbs in a row had no elevator. Like, just unlucky. Just unlucky. And all of them were either on the 3rd or 4th floor. Just actually kill me now. And you guys know that I am like one of the least fit people on this goddamn planet. I'm so unfit, actually. I'm so unfit. So it was really, yeah, really terrible with my luggage. 10 out of 10 would not do that again. Be sure to check your Airbnbs and make sure that there are elevators in your Airbnbs, because that was really bad, and my legs are like permanently damaged from that. So I have like permanent damage now. So yeah, be sure to double check. Anyway, yes. So the first day we get there, we haul ass, we throw all of our shit into the Airbnb, and we were like, okay, we have I looked down at my fake watch because I was trying to do a bit, but I realized that you guys can't see me doing a bit, so I'm gonna tell you that I was doing a bit. Anyway, I was like, we have to fucking go, because the Chica Idol concert that's going on today is happening right now, and we gotta go. So we get to this fucking Chica Idol concert. I had just gotten off the plane. Amoria had been there for a little bit longer than I have, but we get off the plane. I just got off the plane. I put all my luggage in the fucking Airbnb, and I'm like, we gotta go to this fucking concert. So then we haul ass, run to the concert, and we get there, and it's at this really weird place. It's at like a fucking shrine. Like, I'm not kidding you. It's at a shrine. And I was like, I don't know how to get inside. I don't know how to enter the shrine. Like, where is the entrance to the fucking shrine? So I get to the front desk, and I use my really bad not Nihongo Jozu, and I go to the lady, and she goes, where are your wristbands? And I said, I don't have a wristband. If you know Japanese, or if you've been to Japan, or if you've lived in Japan, you know there is this thing in Japan that you do, especially if you don't speak Japanese, and even if you do speak Japanese, where you start a sentence and you don't finish it, and you let the person who's working there finish the sentence for you. This is like a very, very common thing to do in Japan. It's just like a language thing, right? cultural / language thing, whatever you want to call it. So she's like, where's your wristband? And I go, oh, I don't have one, but, and I was like gonna say like something to do with like buying, but I didn't get there yet. And she goes, oh, you can go in from over there. She's like, you have to go around, and the entrance is in the back. And I was like, in the back? That's kind of weird. Okay, sure. So I was like, okay, thank you. So it's me and Moria, and we go around to the back where she said, because she like explained like where it was. And I get to the entrance and I look at the door, and there's a sign on the door that says staff entrance only. And I look at Amoria and I'm like, I was like, this is the staff entrance. And she was like, huh? It is? And Amoria obviously doesn't speak Japanese, and my Japanese is only kind of okay, right? So and Amoria's wearing, okay, if you don't know what Amoria wears, and she talks about this a lot, she wears head to toe pink. She's very, very pink. Very pink. She's very, very pink. So I think they saw her probably, and I had just gotten off an airplane. I was wearing a face mask, and I looked like I was dressed kind of like a K-pop dancer. Which is, I think, part of the problem. I had like a hat that was like covering most of my face with a face mask, really, really baggy sweatpants, super oversized, but like a very tight fitted boobylicious top. So I think I look like a dance teacher, and Amoria looked like an idol, right? Anyway, so then I had to awkwardly go back to the front. I had to go back to the front and awkwardly be like, oh, we're not staff. We're trying to buy tickets. Where do I buy tickets? And she was like, oh, you want to buy tickets? I was like, yes, I'd like to buy tickets. So she was like, you have to go upstairs. And we're like, oh, okay. So we went upstairs and then we bought our tickets, got in, but we had gotten in late because of this whole fucking hubbubaloo, and we missed like the first 2 songs, so we only got to see like 3 songs, and it was really expensive. That was like one of the most expensive lives that I've ever went to. Anyway, and then we go out and we're buying our Checky tickets, right? It was for an album release. So they didn't actually have like normal Checky tickets. You had to like buy albums. Sorry, I'm like dying. I haven't talked this much in a while. Anyway. So I was like buying albums and we're doing the whole thing. And I've been to album release events before. So luckily, like I kind of knew how to deal with the flow of the situation. Because if you haven't been to one before and you've only been to regular events, it's pretty different. Anyway, so we buy a bunch of albums, and one of the staff members was like heard us speaking in English. So he started explaining things to us in English, which was really, really sweet of him. And it was really funny. And then we get in line for the Checkies, and the guy in front, this was crazy too. So Maury and I are in line for the Checky. We're chatting with each other in English. We're like, oh yeah, like so-and-so's line is really short or whatever. And then the guy in front of me turns around and he goes, actually I had a question. And I was like, oh, in English. We're like in Japan, in this line for fucking Checky with the Chica idol, and this guy turns around and in English was like, actually, I have a question. And I was like, oh, yeah, yes. And then Moria was like, oh yeah, that guy had been like glancing back at us like multiple times, and I think he's been wanting to ask, but he was like feeling shy. And he was asking me about the thing that I was talking about where it's a little bit complicated. He was asking me about like the checky, like the album benefit stuff. So I was explaining to him how it works. But it was really funny. I was literally like, what the fuck? I was not expecting that at all. And so, you know, I explained it to him in English and he was really nice. And we're like, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. And then we had our checky session. It was really, really random. Very strange happenstance. I was so taken aback. Again, I had just landed in Japan. I'm like fucking delirious. I barely slept on the plane. It was like a whole thing. Anyway, and then we finished out our day and yeah, we got, I'm assuming he was Asian too. He wasn't. But he was like, he looked racially ambiguous. Do you know what I mean? I think he was some sort of Latin American is my guess. But he from the back of his head he looked Asian because he had like black hair. But I think either maybe he was Asian, maybe Southeast Asian, but it was I could not tell you what race he was. But he was not white and he wasn't like Asian. But anyway, yeah, so then after the live, we went to Toriki, my favorite place on earth. We went to Toriki and we had our yakitori. It was very good. I was very happy to have my yakitori. We yapped, but I was really tired most of the time, so yeah. And then, I have a bunch of pictures I can't show you, but the next day, we hung out in Harajuku. We had some like omurice and this was the day that we had to wait in line with scalpers. Dude, this was crazy. We went to this fucking Oshikatsu store that Rumi-chan and I went to the year before. And I've showed you guys pictures in that store before, maybe. It's like Rumi-chan like took pictures of her BL plushies there. So I was telling Amori, I was like, oh, we should go there because they have really cute like Oshikatsu like checky holders and stuff. So we should go there. So we go there and I was like, whoa, there's a really long line today. That's really weird because last year when I was here, there was nobody in the store. Like I thought the store was going to go out of business. Nobody was in the store. But this year there's like a whole ass line. There must have been like a new release today. That's really cool. So we're looking at like what was released and I was like, oh, this looks like the new release stuff. Like, let's pick up some of these. It seems cool. We'll get whatever everyone else is getting. So, you know, Amoria picks a couple, I pick a couple, and they're like blind box checky holders, so you can get different colors, which kind of sucks, but anyway, whatever. So we're in this line, waiting in this line, and then I realize, like, wait a minute, this is kind of weird. Everyone in this line has like 100 of these fucking blind boxes in their hands. Like, they have like baskets. And then the second thing I realize is everybody in this line also has like a fucking suitcase with them. And Amori goes, oh no, it's scalpers. Like, these are scalpers. And I was like, huh? For checky holders? And she was like, yeah, like the scalper problem has gotten like pretty bad recently and blah, blah, blah. And she was like explaining it to me. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, as the line goes on, I'm like making more and more like realizations and connections. Like, none of the people in this line are Japanese. Like, it was like very clear that there was some operation happening. Like, most of the people in the line knew each other and would like say hi and stuff in a language that I don't speak. So I don't know if they're like what they were saying, but like they would say hi and they would chat with each other. Conrad, thank you so much for the 555. No. I'm really glad you're back now, Limina, and brought interesting stories. Thank you. I'm glad to be back too. But yeah, it was really bad. And I was like, well, it shouldn't be that long, but we were already in line for a while until I realized all that stuff. And literally every person had like 100 fucking things in their baskets. So every person in line took fucking forever because the poor cash register person has to like scan 100 items for every person. And we're just standing there like bozos with our 2 fucking items. 1 second. I was like, can they just make another line for people who are just buying like 1 or 2 items? Because this is like ridiculous. How long was the wait? We were there for like 2 hours. It was not worth it, but it was just one of those things where by the time we realized we had been waiting in line for so long, and also like the line, we thought that the line was gonna move really quickly, so we didn't really think anything about it. It was really terrible. It was not worth it. That took up like a really big chunk of our day that day. Anyway, and then we went around, we went shopping, and then this is where I got not scammed, because that's not the right word, but basically scammed. Well, I didn't get scammed. That's a really mean word. What's like a nice word of getting scammed? What's like a nice... Is there a nice word for getting scammed? Shadowbow, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Welcome back. Thank you. Duped, hustled, ripped. I didn't get ripped off. Okay, I got more like bamboozled. I got bamboozled. Encouraged to make a bad decision. Yes. That's what happened. So we were going around, and I don't really wear in Japan what you would call subculture clothing. So things like Lolita or Jiraiya K and stuff. You guys know, like Amoria wears that kind of stuff. Like I don't wear that stuff at all. But one of my friends has been working these events, and I kind of mentioned it before I left to you guys, but I've been helping my friend vend at these particular events. They're kind of like costumed events. They're not really costume, but they're like subculture events, right? So like it's like you wear like Lolita and stuff, and then you sell stuff. So my friend has been doing that, and so I've been helping her out a little bit. And it's a lot better to sell items of the type that you are wearing. Like people are more willing to buy the items if you're wearing the items, right? Obviously, this is just like logic of anywhere, anything, right? Like it's like the whole thing of, even though a hairdresser can't cut their own hair, you trust a hairdresser that has nice hair compared to a hairdresser that has bad hair, right? It's like the same type of vibe. So I've been wearing more like Lolita-esque, subculture-esque clothing when I've been helping my friend, and I was like, okay, you know what, maybe I'll pick up an outfit and it'll be like my work uniform for every time that I help her out while I'm in Japan. So I had been looking at some of the subculture stores and like, oh, maybe this or maybe that, and we go to this one store, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cute, and this really cute store clerk came up to me, and she was like, oh, are you looking at this and this? And I was like, oh yeah. And she was like, oh, if you like this, you should try this one. I think this one would look really good on you. And she just like kept like bringing me clothes, and she was like, you want to try it on? And I was like, sure. I hate trying on clothes, by the way. I was like, sure. She was so cute, you guys. You guys don't understand. Anyway, so I go into the changing room, and she's handing me all these clothes, and I'm trying on all these fucking clothes. And she's so cute. You guys do not understand how cute she was. It wasn't just like, oh yeah, it was like a girl that was cute. She was so cute. So cute. So I'm trying on the clothes, and I hear her outside talking to Amoria. And Amoria's Japanese is not really good, but she can understand pretty well. They're like chatting outside, and I'm like trying on clothes, and I occasionally come outside to be like, look, I'm wearing this clothes that you showed me. And they'd be like, wow, cute, you know, whatever, same thing. And then the girl looks at Amoria's bag, and Amoria has Usa from iLife hanging off her bag, like a little checky holder thing. And the girl goes, oh my gosh, Usa from iLife? Are you a fan? And Amoria's like, oh, like, you know Usa? Like, yeah, I am a fan. Like, I love iLife. And the girl goes, oh, my sister is an idol. And Amoria's like, wow, really? She's like, yeah, she's in, what is the group called? She's in the group that Usa used to be in. So Usa from iLife used to be in a different idol group. And this girl, the store clerk's sister, is in that group as an idol right now. And so obviously Amoria and I are like shook. Like, huh? What do you mean your sister is an idol in the group that Usa used to be in? That's crazy. And then the store clerk, she goes, actually, I used to be an idol too. And we were like, huh? What do you mean you used to be an idol? She's like, yeah, I actually graduated not that long ago. And so now I'm just like working as like a model and like as a store clerk full time. So more are like, what? And then she was like, oh, if you'd like, you can, because we were like, oh, what's your sister's name? So we can like support her. So we went and followed her sister on social media and stuff. And she was like, oh, like, she's like, if you'd like, you guys could follow me on Instagram too. And she would show us her, well, because she was showing us her Instagram before, because she was like, oh, this is how I styled this piece of clothing and stuff. And then, yeah, I followed her on Instagram, so yeah. Anyway, that was, she got the Instagram, not all is lost. Okay, this has actually happened to me a couple times this trip, where I've had really cute girls give me their Instagram, and I have like an extremely personal private Instagram that is like very, like, I don't socialize on it. And I feel like if I had a public Instagram, I'd actually, like, you know, be in. But I'm not, because I don't have... Like, I literally had this... Dude, I met this cosplayer. Oh my god. I met this cosplayer. She was so cute, you guys. You guys don't understand. So one of my friends, he's like a he's like a cosplay photographer. And he's like a famous cosplay photographer. And... he because they don't follow me back, because it's not a personal, because it's not a public account. Like, they'll tell me like, oh, I saw your account, but it wasn't public, so I didn't follow you. Because it's kind of like, if you're a what do you call it, like a, what's the word I'm looking for, if you're like a online personality, like, it's kind of it's a thing, like, you're supposed to follow each other if they're public, and you're not supposed to follow each other's private accounts. It's like, there's a whole social thing to it. But anyway, I was hanging out with my friend, and he is like a famous cosplay photographer. He takes photos of lots of really famous, super famous cosplayers. I don't really know a lot about cosplayers. Like, I don't know, if you were to ask me to name a famous cosplayer, like, I would not be able to name a single one. Well, now I can, but before I couldn't. I was hanging out with him, and he introduced me to some of the cosplayers that he was taking photos with. And we were hanging out, and they're so cute, you guys. Holy shit. They were so cute. They were so cute. One of the girls that I met, she is Korean. But everyone else was speaking either English or Japanese. And she could speak Japanese, but not like super well. Better than I could. But, so my friend was like, oh yeah, by the way, Limina speaks Korean. She's Korean. And I was like, oh, like, are you Korean? And she was like, yes. And so she and I started talking in Korean, and she was like, it was so funny because everyone told me afterwards, they were like, she was so happy to talk to you. They were like, you could tell the way she talked to you was so different than the way she talked to everybody else. She was so happy that she could talk to you. And I was like, damn it, she was so cute. God damn it. And literally the next day when I saw her, she was like, oh yeah, I saw your Instagram, but it's private. It's like, it's too bad. Like, do you have a public one? And I was like, oh, I don't have a public one. And she was like, oh, that's too bad. Like, I would have loved to like chat with you. And I was like, ah! It was so cute. She was so cute. She was so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. She was so cute, you guys. It was insane. And then I saw her cosplaying. Like, she was uploading cosplay photos later on her Instagram, and I saw it, and I was like, holy shit! Holy shit! She's so cute! Did you at least give her this channel? I was never on God. You think I would fucking give this channel to a cute girl? Absolutely not. No. So they can hear me say this shit? No. Absolutely not. Fucking self-report my ass playing hentai games? No. No. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Oh god. She's listening right now, holding her pillow, wiggling her legs. She can't speak English. It's fine. I'm safe. I'm safe. Anyway, she was really cute. That's all I need to say. I also received a... It's funny because somebody mentioned Hane Ame, and I actually did meet Hane Ame as well, which is really random. I didn't meet her very long, but I met her briefly. She was really nice. So Hane Ame was really nice, and she gave me her photo book. I met her and she gave me her photo book. I was like, oh, thank you. And then I opened the book and I was like, oh no. I was like, I can't open this in public. Oh no. She gave me, I got 2 photo books. She gave me her Kiara photo book and also her Azure Lane photo book. Both were yabai. Yes. Anyway. So that was... Alright, thank you so much for the super chat. It should have been me, not her. But I didn't know. Again, I don't know much about the cosplay space, but I didn't know she was super famous. But I was talking to some friends afterwards, and they were like, "Holy shit, you met Hane Ame? Like she's like really famous." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know. She was really nice." Yeah. How'd you get bamboozled? Oh yeah. Anyway, she just kept the former idol, kept giving me clothes and kept telling me that I looked good in them, and then I couldn't not buy them. So then I bought a bunch of clothes, and it was yeah. I spent a lot of money. I spent like a lot of money at that store. Like a lot of money. I don't want to talk about how much money I spent. I don't like. How could I say no? Okay, how could I say no? And the craziest part is, she actually told me. She told me that on Instagram she posts her schedule so to come visit her again. Like what? Like what? I was like, I'm not coming back. If I come back, I'm gonna spend more money. I can't come back. Crazy. You're so in. No, that's sales. You are not in. Oh. Are you just actually having all the cute girls hit on you? Dude, this was a trip. It was a trip. You're not paying for the stuff. You're paying to meet an idol. Literally, Amore said the same thing. She was like, think about it as your Checky fee. She's like, it's like you're paying for Checky. This is a harem now or what? Dude, I wish. Dude, I wish. Anyway. And then that same day, we went to an idol concert. Of course we did. And this is one of my favorite groups that I've been following for a really long time. They're really, 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 really small. But I've been following them for a really long time. So it was really nice to finally see them. And they were having this thing where you can like take a photo with all the members. So I was taking a photo with each of the members. And one of the members, she literally, it was so cute. When we were buying the Chucky tickets, she like came over because they were like on a stage and we were like not on the stage, right? So they were like slightly elevated. She came over and she would like put her head in her hands and she would like stare at us while we were buying our Chucky tickets. And Amoria got like so flustered because she kept going like, she kept like looking at her and like smiling at her. And she was really, really, really freaking cute. and then we bought our Chucky tickets and we were going to take our Chuckies and I was taking photos with them. And I got manhandled by two of the girls. So the first girl, the one that was holding her head in her hands, she like hugs me. And then she goes, "Is it okay if I hug you?" And I was like, "You are already hugging me, but okay." I was like, "Okay, whatever you want. I'm okay. You can do whatever you want." And then another girl also hugged me and touched my face. And then, yeah, and I cried in front of one of the other girls. It was really embarrassing. And, but she was really cute. And they were all so cute. And then we went to Sushi Row afterwards. We had some sushi. But then on our way back, we went back to the station. And we actually ran into one of the idols in the station. And she and I made eye contact and we were like, huh? And then like we pointed at each other and then we were like, oh. And then we like started waving and we left. And Amoria was like so shocked. She was like, holy shit, that was crazy. She was like, I didn't even notice her. But Amoria's also really bad about noticing her surroundings. But anyway, yeah, that was that was a crazy experience. Yes. Insane experience. Okay, what happened next? See, all that happened, I have no photos. Okay, yeah, and then we went to Ichiran because Amoria had never had Ichiran before. And I was like, you know, Ichiran, like, people hate on it a lot, but I think it's actually not that bad. And if you've never had it before, I think it's worth having. And Amoria liked it quite a lot, so I'm glad that I took her. We both went to Ichiran, and I hadn't been in like 10 years, and it was quite good. I liked it. It was fine. Ichiran's great. And I got to see the legendary toilet. If you guys haven't seen this on social media, this is the legendary Ichiran toilet. It has a sign here, and it says, "As you can see, Ichiran strives to ensure you will never run out of toilet paper. But if you ever find yourself in an urgent situation, use this secret weapon." And then this is the secret weapon. This was pretty viral on social media, so I had to take a picture. The secret weapon was right here, so yeah, it was good stuff. I wonder if anyone uses it anyway. Use the poster. That's gross. But yeah, that was the toilet paper, the famous toilet paper wall. Then we went shopping, and then, oh my god, okay, and then we went to another live. This next live is crazy. So there's this one group that I like that I've talked about on my other streams before, and I'm going to tell you guys the name because I think they deserve a lot more recognition and that everyone should go listen to them and check them out, especially if you are a fan of rock or metal. I think you would appreciate this group. Their name is Tenrin, and I've talked about them a lot because one of my favorite songs of all time is by Tenrin called Anarchy. I also really like their song Fuckwit and their newest song We Are. Those are like some of my top favorite songs, period. Their music is like metal mixed with Eurobeat mixed with idol stuff. So if that seems up your alley, I highly recommend checking out Tenrin. Like their entire discography is like incredible and they are wonderful performers. But anyway, we went to a Tenrin live because I really like Tenrin, and Amoria was like, sure, we can go to whatever live you want to go to. So we go to Tenrin. And there is this type of live called an unregulated live, a no regulations live, and I didn't know what that was. So we went to this fucking live and I didn't know what we were. I was like, okay, it's just gonna be another idol live, it'll be fun, I want to see Tenrin live. It was fucking insane. It was like the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. So first of all, we were in an area called the safety zone because the non-safety zone was like an actual mosh pit. Like they were actually moshing. I'm not talking about like an idol mosh pit. This was like a real, people are fist fighting. Like I have a video of people like punching each other and elbowing each other. Real mosh pit, not idol mosh pit. Real mosh pit. It was there was like people were going fucking apeshit, beating the shit out of each other, and it was like you saw a bunch of people doing like the two-step as well. A lot of people two-stepping, and the most insane part of this was there were these people lifting is pretty common, so like in idol concerts, especially if they're outdoors. This was indoors, but there was a lot of lifting, which is like pretty normal, but this was like 3-person tall lifting, so it was fucking insane. And it's so intense, and there was so many like crowd surfers constantly that they have security at the front of the crowd that's facing the crowd. And it's these 3 guys that are on an elevated platform. And what they do is if you crowd surf through the crowd, they will grab you and you make it to the front. They grab you. These men will grab you and flip you over, because I'm assuming behind them they have like a ball pit type thing, like a, not a ball pit, but like a, what is it, like a landing zone, like a foam mat thing. They literally grab you from the crowd. You get crowd surfed into these men that are wearing security shirts, and they flip you over behind them. So if you get lifted, they will just flip you. And they also are part of the lift. So the reason why a 3-man lift is possible is the security guards are part of the lift. They will help you stay up. It was crazy. Most insane. I saw people like crowd surfing, but like upside down. I saw like the security guys were like, that was insane. I think the most insane thing and the most funny thing for us was like the security guys. There's like a bunch of them right in the front, but there was one guy who was like just having so much fun. Like he looked like a dad. Like Amoria said, he looked like a dad playing with his kids. Like he would like smack himself on the chest and be like, okay, like next one. And he would like, you know, do like the bring it on kind of like hand motions and stuff. It was like insane, hilarious, crazy, incredible experience. Did Amoria panic? No, we were having a good time. The entire time we were like, holy shit. And then we'd see like a guy like crowd surf, but like it's just his legs. Like he's completely upside down. We'd be like, holy shit. Some people would be like lifting and it's like 4 people tall and we're like, holy shit. And then like the fucking guy like flipping them over the you know, safety area. We'd just be like, oh my god, like what is happening? But we had a really good time, and it was really cute because we talked to the idols and we were telling them like, oh yeah, it was our first time and we had a good time. And they were like, oh my god, were you scared? Are you okay? You didn't get hurt, did you? It's like all the idols were like saying that to us. We're like, oh no, we had a great time. It was a blast. Yeah, it was super fun. Well, it was pretty funny. Anyway, that was a good time. And then and then I had my hangout day with Amoria, Non, and some of Non's friends who I've become friends with over time because I met them last year. And I've been like hanging out because some of them are local to me, so I've been hanging out with some of them. So we all got together and hung out. I don't remember what we did that day. Oh, we just went to like Skytree. We just did like Skytree stuff. And then for dinner, we had, I think it's in here. We had monja. We had monjayaki with, jeez, who was there? We had monjayaki with Non, Iku, Mio, and Amoria. I think that was the group. And monjayaki is like really nasty looking, but very tasty. Very, very tasty. So we had monjayaki, had a good time, got to chat, and then we went to karaoke and got to sing a lot of fun stuff. Silly songs, and yeah. Had a good time. Next day was checkout day. And then Mio and I went down to Osaka together because Mio had to film, like she had a donathon goal, I think, for the museum. So she and I went down to Osaka together because I was going down to Osaka for some business stuff. So I had some work stuff that I had to do in Osaka, and she had to go down for the aquarium anyway. So we decided to go down together, and the Airbnb I was staying at for work, because I was like, I'll just book an Airbnb for work, was also, we had to go up 3 stories with our luggage and it was terrible. But I was staying with one of my friends / coworkers for the rest of the trip, but the first night I was going to be staying alone anyway, so I told Mio that she could just stay with me at my Airbnb. So she stayed over at my Airbnb and we got to hang out. She got to meet one of my coworkers as well, so we got to, this was on our on the Shinkansen. We had a little snack, we were chatting a lot. It was a really good time. Mio and I got a lot of time to hang out and chat together. And then we had scallops. Yes, it was very good. Some buttered scallops or something. It was very, very yummy. I don't know what else I put in this folder. Wait, let me see. We had scallops. Oh, we had okonomiyaki. Yes. I even brought my little standee, but I just really forgot to take pictures, so I didn't take that many pictures. And then, of course, we had to go see the Glicoman, because Mio had never been to Osaka before. She was telling me it was her first time, so I was like, oh my gosh, if it's your first time, we have to go see the Glicoman. And we have to get takoyaki. So we got takoyaki, hung out by the Glicoman, and chatted and stuff. And it was pretty late already by then, so we didn't like do anything crazy. We just chatted for a little while, ate, and then stayed up pretty late chatting actually. Oh, wait, 1 second. Oop. Oh. Hello? Wait. Huh? Okay, you can hear me. Did you hear that? That's embarrassing. I don't know if you heard that. Well, first of all, I got a phone call and I had to tell my roommate something because she had a late package. But hear what? Okay, good. I have a embarrassing thing on my phone where it wasn't intelligible. Basically, it was so loud. It's on your phone, you can do this thing where your my Oshi recorded a thing, and every time I charge my phone, it says that Like, "Dun-dun-dun, your phone is done charging." Anyway, anyway, yeah, totally normal. Everyone has something like that, right? Yeah, yes, totally, yes. Anyway, Mio and I chatted the rest of the time, yes. And then she went to the next day. She went to the aquarium, and I had a meeting, and then we actually met for lunch, and we had pancakes. I don't know if that's in this folder. Actually, let me check. A lot of these pictures are unusable. I don't know why I took pictures like this, but we had pancakes. I don't have photos of the pancakes, unfortunately. No pancake photos because all of these are doxing because I don't know how to take photos without doxing myself, I guess. And then I got to see the big Vanguard building. Woohoo! But it was funny because my friend was like, "Oh, it has that big Vanguard thing on it, but they don't sell Vanguard in there." I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay. But Osaka, I haven't been to Osaka in a really long time. I haven't been there in like maybe almost 10 years. Maybe not quite 10 years. Maybe more like 8 years. But no, maybe more like 7 years. But back when I went, it was pretty desolate in terms of like even what is it called? Oto Road and like Denden Road, Denden Town. Like the anime stuff was really lacking back when I went, but now it's pretty good. There's like a lot of anime stuff, and it was really the pickings were nice. And oh yeah, wait, I was going around this day with Hinin. I don't know if you guys, if you're an old one, an old bee. I don't know what you, not an old one, an old bee. Old guard. I don't know what you would call that, but if you've been around for a long time, you might remember a very good friend of mine named Hinin. She doesn't really stream anymore. She was a really good friend, VTuber friend of mine that used to stream together with me. And yeah, she doesn't really stream much anymore though, but we hung out. I've been around since day one. You're such a freaking liar. I found you because of Hinin Gao collab. Actually, I watched her for... Wait, that's crazy. Wait, that checks out because you do fighting games, and she also does fighting games. Anyway, she was showing me around Osaka a bit, so we were hanging around Osaka. I had a business meeting in the morning, and then I was hanging out with Hinin for the rest of the day. And oh wait, I didn't save this picture. How do I add this picture? I'm gonna add one more picture. Wait. Dude, you guys, look at this. They had acrylic standees of this. Is this not crazy? In 2025, in the year of our Lord 2025, you can hear this image. The ancient monument. Looking at that ages me. I read Haruhi in high school. Yeah, me too. Yeah, because Logs and I are the same age. Anyway, I thought about buying it, and then later when I went back to buy it, it was all sold out. The regrets. But yeah, he and I hung out. We got to do some karaoke. And then I had another business meeting. And then the next day, we went to this kind of like famous omurice place, but honestly, I didn't like it that much. I was not a fan. It was really sweet. Like the sauce was like just sugar. Not a huge fan. It looks really good, but yeah. Can't say that I recommend that one. And then I saw more Kamen Rider games. Really cool. They got Zets out here. Very, very cool. It's one of those ones where you like put the cards down here. And they have a lot of the old school riders along with the new ones. Very, very cool. Always love to see all the little arcade games that we don't get in the wild. And then more beer and more tompeyaki and... Oh wait, that's not my okonomiyaki. Tompeyaki. Yes. Oh, I didn't put my okonomiyaki picture in there. That's okay. And then... Oh, I guess it skips right to... So in between this photo and this photo, this is where I stopped off in Korea for a bit. To see my relatives, and I even went to a TCG shop in Korea, which is why I have TCG to open later. I have 2 boxes of Pokemon, Korean Pokemon. I just thought it'd be funny to open them. I don't really open Pokemon, but it was really cheap, so I was like, why not? I didn't see any boxes of Nival Arena. They had the Nival Arena starter decks, but they didn't have Nival Arena booster boxes, which I was really sad about because I would have been down to open one. I don't know why they didn't have Nival Arena, but yeah. It was a lot of just family stuff and business stuff in Korea. Well, like not business, but like logistical stuff. So I didn't take a lot of pictures. It was not fun. It was not a fun time. I got to see Amoria like once or twice. I got to see Mio again too, but otherwise it was mostly strictly business. Yes. And at this point I had gotten a bunch of work deadlines. That's around here. I had gotten a bunch of work deadlines and I spent a lot of my time working, looking for cafes to work at. And anytime in between, I would try to go to lives. So that became the entire rest of my trip. Just seeing coworkers, hanging out, trying to go to lives. And then I also went back to where I bought my Kamen Rider perfume. I know a lot of you guys asked about this. So I wanted to check if they had any new ones, and they did. Like, look at these, and these are so cute. They have the Gav, what is this? The Yami Garashi or whatever the hell this is. I thought that was really cute. And they have all of the Gochizos as different fragrances. And they had like the different guys. Look. I don't like the way that like some of these bottles look though. I was really into my Geats one, and I've still been using that one, so I didn't buy a new one. I really considered buying a new one, but I was like, I already have the Geats one and I'm really happy with it, so I didn't buy a new one. But I thought it was cool that they had all the new Kamen Riders. Yeah, I sniffed all of them too, for good measure. Then I went to more idle lives, and there is some pictures of me working, of the places that I was working at. There's a really cool in Shibuya, I think it's called Tsutaya, and the Tsutaya building inside, there is a floor where you can pay. I don't remember how much it was because my boss paid for it, but we rented out like a meeting room there, and they have like all you can drink drinks and also food, like snacks, and they even have like food. They have like rice burger type things, and yeah, we were there and we worked there for quite a while. And other times I just spent at Starbucks. I spent so much time at Starbucks in Japan, and I had some really terrible drinks. Some really bad drinks, but anyway. And then I went to more idle lives, and then my coworker introduced me to this Tebasaki wing place. It's a chain. It's called, what is it called? Gauri chicken, maybe? Gauri chicken, I think is what it's called. It was really, really, really good. I highly recommend. It's gonna be my new, like, every time I go to Japan I have to go here kind of spot. It's definitely gonna be a go-to spot for me now. It was really, really good. Big fan. Thank you to my coworker for the recommendation. And then I went to more lives. Looking at my photos. And then I went to more lives, and did more work at Starbucks. And I found this really funny Kezu plushie. It's very flat and penile. And then I saw my boyfriend. Yes. Had to see the boyfriend. Oh, and then I got to hang out with my bestie. So my bestie and I got to hang out. Oh yeah, we went to an Idol Life together. And then we were hanging out. And there was like a cool Nikkei collab, so I took a picture. But it was none of my faves. It was all random characters I don't care that much about. But I thought the merch was really cute. It was a very cute merch. I like the art a lot and the concept. The girls band concept is very cute. Our boyfriend. Yeah, you wish. My boyfriend. And then I went to my bestie's house. You can see it's kind of messy, but this is us at her house. It's her water bottle. And we got the Pokemon donuts, the Mido collab. It looks really sweet and I was really worried, but it actually was really good. It wasn't too sweet. Even the one that was filled didn't feel too sweet, so I actually quite liked it. I didn't think I would like it all that much, but I liked it a lot. Did you bite Pikachu's ears off? Well, I shared it with my bestie and her husband, so we used the knife and we cut into the Pikachu. So, so yes, we cut all of these up into like pieces. And then had Gyukatsu with my coworkers. It's a good time. And then the next day, or was it the same day? I don't remember. Maybe the same day. Was when I went to Toyosu Pit for iLive, which is iLife's main like live lineup. And this is the day that I almost died because I was there for like I was there for like maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, and standing the entire time. And you can see up here in the sky, it was getting really cold. So up until then, it had been pretty warm every time. Like, it was pretty cold, but like the problem with Japan is that like anytime you go inside, it's really freaking hot. And I don't like carrying around my jacket and stuff all the time, especially if it's a big jacket or a heavy jacket. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna not bring my jacket because I know I'm going to a live all day. I didn't realize that most of the waiting of this live would be outside, and I also didn't realize that it was gonna rain that day. Many mistakes were made. So I go to this live, and my bestie was gonna come join me later in the evening. So I went to the first live by myself. So I go to the live, and I waited so long, and it was terrible. And I had this whole schedule planned out because I was gonna go see a couple of the groups that I wanted to see, and then iLife was gonna perform towards the end of the day, and I was gonna go watch iLife with my bestie. But iLife also had a checky session before the live. So they had a checky session before the live and they had a checky session after the live. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the one before the live because most people won't be off work. So it'll be easier for me to go to the checky session. The line will be shorter. So I'm going to go to that checky session first. So I go to that. I watched the group that I want to watch, and I get a checky from the group that I want to watch. And it was really not a great experience. They like really like shuffle you out. It was like 2 seconds. You get to talk with them. It was like really a miserable experience. And I was really cold and I was dying. And then I had to wait outside for the iLife checky session. And I was outside and it started to rain. So I was like umbrella-less. I didn't have a jacket. It was really cold, and I was waiting outside because you could see the people down here. This was like a line, so it was like wrapping around outside of the building, which was like crazy. And I'm at week 3 of going up and down these stairs from these Airbnbs. I'm like, cold. I've been here standing for like the last how many hours. So after I got my checky, which also was a terrible experience, I was gonna wait for my bestie to come, and I really had the thought of, do I just sit in a bathroom stall? Like, do I just take my pants off, sit in a bathroom stall, lock it, and just sit there for an hour? I was like, I'm so tired. I just want to sit down, like, and I'm cold. I don't want to be outside. Maybe I just go in the bathroom and I just like sit on the toilet for an hour because I don't want to be standing somewhere. You have to take your pants off because they don't have the toilet seat lids in Japan most of the time, or you can't like sit on them because they're plastic and you'll break them with your fat ass, which I don't have, but if I had one, it would break it. Anyway, but I was so cold at this point that I was like, you know what? I'm cold and I'm also really hungry. So maybe I'll just like drive by my way to fucking Odaiba and buy a jacket. Like, that's how cold it was. So I went to Odaiba and I went to the food court. I don't even know what I ate. I just ate something freaking random. Oh, wait, I didn't post my, wait, 1 second. Where is it? And I went, oh man, it was crazy. In Japan, the entire time I was there, by 4 p.m. it was dark. It was like pitch black by 4 p.m., which really fucked with my sense of time the entire time. But anyway, I did say hello to the Gundam, of course. I had to make a drive by, just to stop by after I got a freaking jacket. I got a jacket, and then I was feeling really miserable that entire day. And then went back to the live and got to meet up with my bestie. And then we watched the live. And she was like, do you want to stay for Checky? And I was like, unless you want to, I don't, because it looked like this. And this is crazy. This is like, so this you can't even see the end, but it wrapped around like this. And then inside it wraps around like this. Snakes in here, and then snakes here, and then it goes here. Which was like, I was like, I can't. Like, I physically do not think I'm capable of doing this today. Like, I am so tired. I cannot be here anymore. I can't be here. So then we went to Denny's. We had some Denny's. And yeah. We had Denny's. I had, what is that? Like a hamburger doria. And she had like a carbonara and fries. You can see her fries up here. And we had a parfait afterwards. If I saw a line like that, I'd just go home. Honestly, I would have stood in it if like I wasn't already like so tired from standing all day already, you know? And then this is the day I spent most of my money. I went to the Aikatsu store and I bought a couple things. I didn't buy that much stuff because they actually sold out a lot of the Akari things. It's weird. Akari used to not be this popular, but recently she's been really popular, which is really weird. Anyway, so I bought a fuck ton of Akari stuff. Whatever they had left, I bought. And they also had an Ichikuji that came out that week, so I also bought some Ichikujis and I got all the stuff that I want, which was really awesome. They also had a tiger and bunny bit, and it reminded me that I need to watch Tiger and Bunny because I haven't seen it, but that was cool. And then I went to the Precure store. Yippee! We love me Meronon. She's like probably my favorite character in Kimi Pre, but Kimi Pre is just okay. Not a huge fan. And then, of course, I went to the Kamen Rider store and I spent so much money at the Kamen Rider store. Holy moly. Saiga, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Please give Saigai a big ol' thank you if you received one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Wow, the gifted membership thing looks different now too. But yes, I bought a lot of stuff at the Kamen Rider store, but I was really upset because the one thing that I really wanted to buy at the Kamen Rider store was that they made this new Gochizo Bluetooth speaker. And I'm so upset. They sold out. They sold out. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get my fucking Gochizo Bluetooth speaker. So mad about that, honestly. So I just bought a bunch of other stuff. They randomly had a bunch of 01 merch that was really good that I can't talk about because a lot of it's wearable. And it was like made for women specifically. And so of course I bought like all of it. So if you see a girl wearing 01 merch around in America, it's not me. Yeah. Spent a lot of my money there. They also had the... I regret. I didn't have time. I just passed by this and I was like, I'll get it when I see it again. And I never saw it again. I'm really sad. I should have bought it. But I was really running late. I don't remember what... I remember now. I was running late. So I couldn't buy it. But I would really want the shield liger. I'm really sad about this. I would have also been okay with the saber tiger. I mean, I would have been okay with any of them. Actually, I don't want the gorilla, but yeah. It was so cute. It was only 300 yen. I should have gotten it. Well, I didn't have time, so it is what it is. Because my coworker... because my coworker is really into shiny mass. I've talked about it in the Discord server a little bit, but he's really into shiny mass. So we went and went to go look at some of the pop-up stuff because I actually dragged a bunch of my coworkers to the festive live event. Yes. I dragged like 5 of them. Oh my gosh, Psy Guy! Thank you so much for 10 for 10 more gifted memberships. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's like 15 total. That's insane. You are insane. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Be sure to thank Psy Guy if you received one. That's crazy. Y'all are crazy. Thank you so much. Really, truly appreciate it. A legend. Psy Guy, a legend. Was your name something different or are you a new person? Because everyone's names are all different now. Damn you, YouTube. But yes, I dragged my coworkers to see Festive, and it was a really good time. You sound nice, grow bigger. Thank you. Wait, that's so sweet. I really appreciate it. You sound nice is a great compliment. I would say that normally people don't say that about me. I would say most people say you sound fucking crazy, but you know, get huge. Hashtag inflate. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyway, I'm trying to make a wholesome story. I'm not gonna make it go, you know. Now you sound nice and crazy. Thank you. TCL, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Gone for a month and she forgot us already. So true. So true. Who are you guys again? You're gonna scare them off. Hey. If they can't handle me at my... Just kidding. I don't know. Cygnus, thank you so much for 5 months of membership. Hi, I'm new here. Likely story from all of you. But yes. Anyway, we went to the Festive Live and it was really short and the checky lines were unreal. So it kind of sucked and I felt bad because I couldn't really give them a good live experience. But that's okay. That happens sometimes. And then I don't know where this was or when this was. I don't know why I took this picture. Oh, this is in Shibuya. I think I just was like, oh, this is nice, and I took a picture. Yeah. And then I went to another live. And then this is where the fun ends. I think this was like the last live I went to. And after that, it was all work. Like minimum 12-hour days of work. Oh, here's another image that I didn't save. But I went to this omurice place in Akiba also. And it was pretty cool because it was of like a, I don't know if this is like an official VTuber, but they had like some VTuber collabs, and they also had this Omurice VTuber, which I guess I didn't take a picture of her, but her standee was in here. She's like the one right, she has like a little flag right here. That's, I'm trying to line it up to the side so you can see which one I'm talking about. But yeah, they had a bunch of like famous people sign, and they had a lot of cool little VTuber stuff. I thought that was really cute. So, and the food was really good too. It was an omurice place in Akiba. Highly recommend looking up omurice in Akiba. Maybe you'll find it. That place was really good, and it was really cute. So highly recommend. But besides that, it was all work, and had ramen with a bestie. That's my bestie right there. I don't know what that is. I think that's like her skirt or something. But we had ramen and it was really good. And I thought these Mikus were funny. Look at this. Look at this Miku. This is so cute. Like, thank you so much for the super chat. I love women with smooth boys. Thank you. I appreciate it. But this Miku was funny. I saw Virtual. Wait, chat. I saw Virtual, and I was like freaking out. And my bestie was like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "No, I don't want to play." I was like, I kind of do want to play, but maybe it's better for it to live in my memory. But this was like, oh my god. This was such a freaking throwback. I mean, the virtual machine that I remember we had was a little bit different looking, but that's my childhood. Me too! I love this game so much. I love Virtual On. But, this was like in some random arcade in Akiba as well. And, I was tempted to play, but I didn't want to make my friend just like watch me suck at this game that I haven't played in like 20 years or whatever. It was probably the first game. Operation Moongate, Oratorio, Tangram cabs were really rare here. Oh, version 5.66, that's the best one. Really? Maybe I should have played it. But yeah, the ones that we had looked more mech-y. This one looked more like a regular arcade cabinet with the mech sticks on it. But that was cool. I was really happy to see that. I thought this was funny, but they had the Kusa. It's Kusa, but like little squishy things. Some of these crane games sucked. I sank so much money into crane games, actually. That's probably where most of my money went. But I sank a lot of money into crane games. My Oshi Beni-sama, there was a collab at Karaoke-kan with Vispo. And you guys know I am a simp for Beni-sama. So we went actually with a group of me and my coworkers. And I really wanted to get the Vispo thingies, so we ordered the Vispo drinks, and my coworker, who doesn't know anything about Vispo, I got him one, and he was like, "Wait, that drink was really good. Can I get another one?" and then we didn't get any Beni-sama though, which was really sad. I did get Hinana though, which was nice. Oh, and then my friend took me to this pizza place. I went with my friend and her boyfriend. We went to this pizza place, and they had to like make a reservation. It was like a really small shop. I know it's really hard to tell, and it sounds really strange, but this is actually a tuna pizza, a maguro pizza, which sounds really weird. And I also thought it sounded really weird. Like, that doesn't sound very tasty at all. And it's like raw tuna. Some of it's cooked, but it's mostly raw. But it was really good. It sounds weird, but it was really, really, really good. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I quite liked it a lot. And it came with wasabi as well. So eating it with wasabi was like super, super, super good. Quite liked it. And then it was just a lot of working. I worked a lot. And then I stopped off in Singapore for a little bit. and I had my favorite. Is this more like a Malaysian thing? Bandung? Is that how you say it? I had chicken rice and bandung, and this is Miwa's drink. She always gets the, I don't know how you say it, the QOO drink. She always gets that. Yeah, bandung is like, bandung literally tastes, it tastes like fucking Fruity Pebbles milk. It tastes like Fruity Pebbles milk, and I love it so much. I love bandung so much. If I could inject that into straight into my veins, I would. Bandung is very good. I hung out with Miwa a bunch. I hung out with Riri a bunch, and I got to meet Yuyumi as well. It was a really good time. I actually got to do bandung is Singaporean actually. Really? It was good. I was really happy. I actually really like Malaysian food too. I actually had Malaysian food when I was in Singapore because I miss Malaysian food. I had what is it called? Nasi lemak, I think, with the fried chicken. See, we'll fight over who bandung belongs to. Yeah, I missed nasi lemak, so I had that when I was in Singapore. I had chili crab this time though. I had chili crab, I had satay. I even had the Tom Yum burger at McDonald's. That shit's so good. You guys are so lucky. I really want the McDonald's Tom Yum burger. I want that here right now in my tummy. Yeah. And then, oh my god. So Miwa, I was talking to Miwa and I was like, Miwa, last time I didn't get to go to Marina Bay and I didn't get to do the whole touristy thing with Marina Bay and everything. And she was like, oh yeah, we could do that. And I almost fucking died. This is just the shtick of this trip is I almost died. It was so hot and I was so overheated and we were walking and I didn't realize how much of this was just like you have to walk outside and be outside in the Singaporean heat, and it was really sunny and I was like dying. So we got there and I took this picture and I was like, and she was like, okay, we can go down and we can go inside. And I was like, no, Miwa, I think I think this is as far as I go. I think I'm good actually. I think I will actually perish if we continue on. So I got my picture. We can leave. Can we go back to the AC? I think I need an AC. And she was like, okay, sure. And like Miwa, obviously Singaporean, she's totally fine. And then me, fucking American, dying, also old, it's like heaving. It was terrible. Nothing was shaded. I mean, luckily I had brought an umbrella, but nothing was shaded and it was really hot and it was like humid and I was absolutely dying. So that was about all I got to see. There are indoor parks there with AC. Okay, so we were gonna go into the dome because my coworker was like, oh yeah, the domes are really nice. He had told me that the domes were nice. So I was like, okay, I've never been to the dome. I'll go to the dome. But then I was like, okay, time to go to the dome. And I looked at the price of the dome and I was like, I don't think I want to pay 60 Singaporean dollars to go into the dome. I think I'll enjoy it from outside. And then I enjoyed it from outside for this one picture. And then I was like, okay, never mind, I'm leaving. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. Thank you so much for 5 months of clip baiters. Really appreciate it. Thank you. It was a lot more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. So, yeah. Happy for Chris when he was here. Yeah, it looks nice because it's indoors, I guess. Bro did not know. I didn't either. I thought it was like public property. Yeah. So that was my very short Singaporean experience. I had some chicken rice, and for most of the time in Singapore, I was working mostly in my hotel room. I was working in my hotel room a lot. Spent a lot of time in my hotel room working. Yeah. Did you know Miwa lives there? Oh my god, no way. It's not like I got Chaji with her and almost died at that thing with her and then went to this thing. Oh no, I went to this thing with Riri. Yeah. This is Miwa's sitting right here. You can imagine her beautiful, sexy legs right here. She was sitting right here next to me. We got Chachi. The cake was like supposed to be some oolong cake, but I think they made a mistake and they gave it to us in this to-go bag. And the cake was really frozen, so it tasted really bad. And then the next day I hung out with Riri and we got to go to the mall and they had a Needy Girl pop-up. So I got to go to the Needy Girl pop-up and I bought some stuff and we hung out and whatnot and it was a good time. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Where are my other Singapore pictures? I guess I didn't take that many pictures. Yeah. Where are my other pictures? I thought I took more. Oh, I guess I have a couple other like food pictures. Where did that picture go? Mean Girl pop up and I was like, Mean Girls is pop. No, Needy Girl. Also, it's funny because I was telling Riri, I was like, oh, did you know that this artist? Because I was trying to tell her, like, I was like, oh yeah, I really like this game. She's like, oh, I didn't know you liked this game that much. And then I mentioned that this artist, you know, was an artist. And she was like, oh. She's like, oh my god, I can see it. I didn't know. The artist was an artist. She was an artist indeed. Yeah. I can see it. Why is this so true? That was very artist. Yes. Yes. So. Who's holding your feet? I'm holding my feet. Whoa, anime. Yeah. You can kind of see it, right? I mean, now you can't, but you know, they were an artist. Reviveson, thank you so much for 4 months of membership. I hope your trip was fun. It was. Thank you. Well, I don't know. Here's the thing, chat. Here's the thing about my trip, is that it was fun and then it wasn't fun. That's the problem. Is that it was fun and then it was just a lot of working. I spent a lot of time at Starbucks's and in lines and in hotels and in meeting rooms. And that was definitely not fun. It was I think that was like the hardest part of the trip, was that there were times where I really had to get work down and I couldn't concentrate on work because obviously like I'm like in a hotel room a lot of times with a friend or with a coworker, staying in a hotel together or at an Airbnb together, or have like friends that want to see me. It was just a lot of that, and yeah. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it. I think it feels really privileged to talk about it, so I don't really like to talk about it. I think I'm really fortunate that I was able to go to Asia on a business trip and also spend half the time enjoying it. Like, I feel incredibly privileged and lucky to have been able to do that, but I think the other part is that it wasn't always super fun. Which is why I don't have a lot of pictures and I don't have a lot of things to share is like a lot of it was work, and a lot of it was like the things you don't see are like me working over 12 hours a day, or like trying to make time to do other things, or giving up doing things and being in a foreign country to do work. And that's just like part of the nature of me taking up so much time to be overseas, right? But yeah, I think it's like easy to look at the photos and to look at the month and be like, wow, I'm so envious of your trip and your experience. But honestly, I've come back and I'm like so fucking tired. I'm so tired. I'm so happy to be home, you guys. Like my brain is completely fried, and it was a lot of also just like socializing and hanging out with coworkers and friends and stuff, which obviously is like, again, it sounds privileged, and I'm very happy to have been able to have those experiences, and I'm really like, I don't regret anything, and I'm not like, it sucks to hang out with friends and coworkers, but like I think my introverted ass is just like, I took a fucking beating over the last month. And towards the end, I felt so bad because I would hang out with people or I'd see people, and I was not very mentally present. Like I felt really bad to all of my friends in Singapore that I hung out with, because I was just really dead. And I think there were times where I would just like fucking zone out in the middle of hanging out because I just couldn't. I couldn't be mentally present. It was not great, and I felt really bad. But that's just part of being gone for a month, I suppose. I mean, overall, I had a good time. Overall, yeah. And I'm really happy that I got to see a lot of the idols that I got to see. That was like the biggest highlight for me, and being able to share that experience with a lot of my friends. Oh, I didn't mention it, but I actually took one of my other friends to another idol live too, but that live was also terrible. But I'm glad I got to take her and her boyfriend. Like they had a really good time, and they really enjoyed it, which I was really grateful for, because it was a really bad experience in my opinion. It was like a really terrible experience. What was wrong with the live? I really don't know how to like talk about it. But basically it was a festive live, and I don't keep up with festive, but I actually saw festive like multiple times this trip, which I did not plan on doing. So the thing about festive is that as a group, they're not the top group for me, like by far, like at all. But festive is a really easy group for me to introduce idols to with other people, because they're a really fun group. And even if you don't know anything about idols, if you go to a festive live, like there's a good chance you'll have a really good time. And part of the reason why that is because festive tends to have a very they have like a really strong furikopi culture, which is like the audience members dancing along with their songs, and the dances are not very difficult. So you see it once and you can easily learn what the dance is, or you just like learn as you're doing it. And that's like just the culture of festive lives. However, every festive live that I went to this go around they didn't do any of their furikopi songs, which like, cause they were trying to promote their new album. So they were doing all of their new songs. So no one got that genuine festive experience. So yeah, it's like no left, right. There was no what's the kung fu song, Kung Fu Miracle. They didn't do that. They didn't do like any of their regular furikopi songs. They just did like all the new album songs, which are no oidemase. Yeah, like those are like the reason why I'm taking these people to a festive live, and they didn't perform any of them. To me, that's incredibly disappointing, because if they weren't going to perform them, I actually would have taken them to a different idol concert. Like the only reason I'm taking them to festive is to see those 3 songs. And the fact that they didn't perform those 3 songs at any of the events that I went to was like devastating, essentially. And the last one, when I went to get when I had the pizza with my friend and her boyfriend, we went to a festive live, and I just took them to whatever live was happening that day. And again, I wanted to take them to festive because it's a really good beginner live. First of all, they didn't play any of those songs. Second of all, I did not realize this, but it was Shiori's graduation, because on the fucking thing, it doesn't say anywhere on social media that it was Shiori's graduation. And again, I don't follow festive, so it's not like I saw anyone on festive side tweeting about it, being like, oh yeah, this is gonna be Shiori's graduation. They literally didn't write that on social media, which is insane. Why wouldn't you write that on social media if it's a graduation event? Like, that's crazy to me. Anyway, so we show up, it's a graduation event. It's like the smallest venue for one of the most popular festive members, period. Fucking cramped. Like, it was so bad. Even if they played any of the Furikopi songs, you wouldn't have been able to see it because it was like so crowded and packed in there. And it was like no space. I was like shoulder to shoulder, front, back with people. Every side of me was touching another person. And it was like no oxygen in there. That's how cramped it was. It was insane. And because I didn't buy a ticket in advance, they let us in at the very end. And the staff, when he let us into the thing, he was like, oh, go all the way to the other side to the back. So I had to walk through a very, 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 very cramped, crowded thing of otaku, and I had to go all the way through and to the back with my friend. So 3 of us are traveling across, and there's like nowhere to step. And everyone is like glaring fucking daggers into us because obviously we're like cutting through them, but that's because the staff told us to do that, right? So it was like super uncomfortable on a lot of fronts. Like, I've never been to a live that was like that. I've never been to a live that was that crowded and cramped to the point where like you couldn't move. And I've never like had that sort of experience, which was really unfortunate. So thank you so much for 10 gifted again. You're freaking crazy. Thank you so much. And you got Emery too. Nice. Nice snipe. Thank you so much. Be sure to thank Sai. I keep saying Shy Guy. Sai Guy. Yeah, nice Emery snipe. Thank you for the gifts. I really appreciate it. That's freaking crazy. Thank you for the 25 gifted. That's insane. But yeah, that was the experience, and it was really bad. And it was definitely like, okay, because to me, right, when I bring my friends or my coworkers or whoever, when I take them to an idol event, the goal of the event is for me to be like, hey, this is the thing that I'm into, and for them to be like, I'm not expecting them to get into idols. Like, that's not what I'm trying to get them to do, right? Like, what I'm trying to get them to do is be able to come out of an experience and then to like tell their friends or whoever and be like, oh, I went to Japan and my coworker, my friend, took me to this idol concert. I've never been to an idol concert before, but it was like this and like this, and it was really cool, and like it was really awesome. Like, it's like a unique cultural experience almost, right? Like, it's a fun story that you can tell home later. Like, oh my god, everyone was like dancing together and it was crazy. You know, like those are the things that you can like tell people about this experience that you've had. But neither the time that I took my coworkers nor this time that I took my friends was that sort of experience. Like, both felt so lackluster to me, and it was so like, they probably are like, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. It's cute girls. Oh, Limina must really like cute girls. Like, yes, I like cute girls, but like, it's so much more than that, that you just, they had, and it was, god, it was so terrible because they kept playing all of their new songs, right? So like, nobody knew any of the calls or chants to them. So you also don't have anybody calling or chanting. So it was just like silence. That's crazy. At an idol event, like, what's even the point? Why would I bring anyone to this? Like, this is so like, oh my god. Anyway, it was really terrible. And it's not terrible on the part of like, no one did anything wrong. The like, Girls performed their hearts out. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, as an experience of what I'm trying to show other people and what I'm trying to tell them about what I like about this thing, it's so rough. It's so rough. So anyway, that's that was my experience, and I'm really sad that that happened. And so now I'm not taking people to festive events anymore. I've learned my lesson. I thought I could count on them, but I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna take them to fucking Tenrin events from now on. I should have taken them to a Tenrin event. Can you imagine? That would have been crazy. Anyway, yeah. I also didn't get to go as many lives as I wanted to because I was so busy with work and with business meetings and such. So all in all, my experiences were very up and down. It was a very roller coaster ride of experiences. There were some experiences that were really good and I had a really good time at, and then there were other experiences that I just was really disappointed in as well. But yeah, what can you do? You can't control all of those things, and a lot of it is just luck of the draw. Also, there was one idol live that they sold out of, and I got turned away at the door. I've never ever in my experiences of going to Chica Idol events have ever experienced that happening before. It was the first time that I've been to a Chica Idol event and they told me it was sold out. Not even like a birthday, it was like, and a super Chica group too. Very small group, like 30 people max in the audience type group. I was very confused and frustrated, but it actually kind of worked out for the best for me. So that happened, and I ended up going to a different group's event. And prior to going to Japan, I was kind of torn between these two groups in terms of which was my favorite group. But I think the group that I ended up going to, because the other group sold out, ended up being my more favorite group of the two. So it sort of worked out for me in a weird way, but kind of still unfortunate that it happened. I had to rush and take a subway really quickly and run over to the other side of Tokyo. Sometimes you gamble and win, and sometimes you gamble and lose. That was the summary of my very unlucky journey / experience throughout Japan. A lot of it was fun though, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed all of the idol stuff that I got to go to myself, and I have my regrets, and I have a lot of lessons learned, and I definitely want to go again soon. Were you just in Tokyo the whole time? No, I was in Osaka as well. I was in Osaka for work as well, so I had some business in Osaka, but I got a little time to spend with some friends that live out there and hang out there. So but it was mostly working in Osaka, working in Tokyo, lots of business meetings, saying hello to partners and talking about future stuff. Soon after the 3 months of locking yourself indoors, man, honestly, I was like, I'm so ready to not see anyone and not do anything. And my mom was like, surprise, your sister's home. And I was like, oh my god, she is? And she's like, yeah, we should all get together on Sunday. I was like, oh, I just want to stay home. I love my sister, but I just want to stay home. I don't want to go outside anymore. And tomorrow, one of my friends has a thing that I'm gonna go support at, so no rest for the wicked, it seems. Yeah. I also have freelance that I stupidly agreed to. So I probably won't be streaming for the rest of the weekend. Probably once this freelance is kind of wrapped up and once I have sort of actually finally been locked up in my room, I will be able to stream normally. But until then, I'm still fighting the good fight. I also am still doing a lot of work. I have a lot of deadlines that I'm still a little bit behind on because of all of the travel. So I'm trying to wrap up this one freaking deadline, but I've been working on it all day, and I'll probably be working on it after the stream too. Oh, the misery. And telling us the only reason you can't stream is you have a life. We can fix this. So real. It's so real. That's that is truly having too many jobs is my problem. Ugh, man, and freelance too. I was like, this time I really don't want to do it, but I know that they don't have anybody else they can rely on right now, and I would feel really terrible if I couldn't do it. So I was like, yeah, I can do it. I shouldn't have said that. I should have just said, no, I can't do it. And it's like a rush job, so they need it done like soon. Anyway, and I also have a lot of VTuber work that I'm extremely backlogged on right now. What I'll probably do is maybe one of these days what we'll do is I'll try to do like a co-working stream just to stream, but we'll do members only so I don't kill my YouTube numbers so outrightly. But we could do like a whatever that new app is that everyone's using, GOG. Is it GOG? Is it Go? Is it supposed to be like Van Gogh? Or is it GOG? You guys know what I'm talking about? It's like the new... It's pronounced... Thank you. That's super helpful. It's pronounced... GOG? I want to say it's GOG. Yeah, it's a co-working one, but like you can join the rooms. So like if I make a room, it's like multiplayer. And so you guys could join my room and hang out. It's Go. Okay, so it is supposed to be like Van Gogh, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, I was thinking about maybe trying to do a co-working stream or something, because I don't know. Yeah, multiplayer working. Yeah. I don't think you can really do anything in it. It's just you just make an avatar and you make a room and you just hang out and you work together or something. I don't know. But I have so much work, so we'll see. Okay, I actually need to go do work. I just wanted to stream because I was like, if I don't stream now, I actually genuinely don't know if I'm going to be able to stream during the weekend. But I really wanted to stream and chat with you guys a little bit before I go into my fucking work hell again. I also the jet lag has been really bad. The older that I get, the harder jet lag is. It used to not be so hard, but now it's like, it's rough, man. I woke up at like 5 in the morning and I was listening to a bunch of videos because the YouTube videos helped me go to sleep. But then I listened to one that I got too invested in. So then I had to listen. My go-to right now is if I listen to Once Upon a Time recaps, that's the best one because I am interested enough that I'll listen, but I'm not interested enough that I actually care. So I fall asleep. Anyway, thank you guys for the donos and for the gifted. I really, really do appreciate it. And the huge welcome back. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry that I was gone for so long. I really did want to stream while I was away, but I was just like, there was just no way. I barely even had time to like fucking sleep in this trip. Not gonna lie. It's been... I mean, I kind of did that to myself because obviously I wanted to like hang out and stuff too. But like I was in Japan, like I want to hang out, you know? Anyway. I'll see you guys very soon. We'll be playing 5 Hearts Under One Roof #2 very soon. Don't worry. Probably next week. We'll get to it after I finish some of these deadlines. So just give me a little bit of time. Give me some time to catch up on deadlines and figure out what the fuck is going on with my life right now, and we'll get back to regularly scheduled stuff hopefully soon. Yeah. Limina, I'll see you guys hopefully soon. Have a good rest of your day or good night, and bye bye.